This is Dave's old panel cutter, but as you can see, it's kind of busted. The mounting bracket's busted, the shoe plate insert that goes on the actual saw, that's busted, and that's kind of due to some hard use that we did when I was building my house, at least the addition part. So I'm going to make a new one. And I'm starting by making a layout and drilling 4 holes at the corners so that I can then use this very safe table saw technique in order to saw from one hole to the other and get some very straight lines. Now remember, I'm not telling you how you should do this, I'm just telling you how I did it. I've never been hurt on a table saw, but I'm very aware that they have that ability to do so. This probably isn't the best technique, but it is something that ended up working, and still got all my fingers and toes, so I guess we're doing alright. Just gotta very carefully lay it down on your line, pull back toward you, not a great idea, to that first hole, and then saw forward to the other hole. Once I made sure that the shoe plate insert fit, I went ahead and decided that I needed to be able to make that insert turn 90 degrees, so I had to do another layout adjacent to the one that I just made. So that means 4 more holes and back to the table saw for this same technique, which you've already seen me do. So let's see if maybe we can get this sped up a little bit this time after we make this first cut. And we just got to cut those little pieces out. This was probably the sketchiest part of this project. And now you can kind of see what we're going for here. We've got 2 pieces laminated together, one with a smaller cutout with the same design so that that insert plate can sit in there just like you see. And now I'm using these nylon furniture glides. That's what Dave had in the original piece that he made. And it's going to allow that to glide nicely on the back of the rails that you'll see here later. The saw shoe plate ends up mounting to this insert shoe plate that I made. And I used the original holes that Dave drilled in his saw's shoe plate. Try to say that 6 times fast. And then just bolted it into the same hole pattern. And then the only thing that mattered is whether or not that it was square, which it was. And sometimes I just amaze myself at how well these things turn out when I really don't have any idea what I'm doing. Things just kind of fall into place sometimes. Now you see me add the actual saw into the slide bracket. I don't know what you call it. The piece that mounts to those pipes. And we get that thing fastened down. Dave had thumb screws. I wasn't able to reuse them. We will in the future. And as you can see here, it needed a little bit of adjustment in order to glide nice and smoothly. It took a few minutes to kind of get that tuned a little bit. And after we had it all set, we're able to make some cuts in the plywood here. I've got a sheet set up here on the panel. Got to take your time with plywood or you'll end up with a lot of tear out, which I did anyways. But really I'm just concerned whether or not I'm going to get a square cut with this. And look at that. Nice. And after I was confident that I could do that, make good square cuts, I was able to batch out a bunch of this plywood for a kitchen cabinet project that I'm making. As you can see, I was able to make a line right on the side of the panel jig itself and just keep sliding all the plywood up to it. Saw off the pieces that I needed. It would have been even better if I could have measured properly and not cut them all a half inch short, but we crossed that bridge later in the actual cabinet project. Stay tuned for that build video and you'll see how we solved that problem. But as you can see, it made really quick work of all of this material, and I was able to get through it all really quickly and just end up trimming it to size on the table saw. There's the old one. There's the new one. Thanks for watching Dave's Old Workshop. If you got an intelligent comment to make, well then leave it in the comments. If not, make sure that you like the video, because if you watched this far, you definitely liked it. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well.